broadcast, Mr. Beale also organized financial management workshops for finance officers of media organizations. And before becoming an ICFJ Knight Fellow in 2011, Mr. Beale was a media owner in the United States for more than a decade. Mr. Beale, we warmly welcome you, and we are pleased today to confer the Kailasa Mitra Award to you. And we now kindly invite you to share a few words.
Thank you so much. Jambo, greetings from Nairobi, Kenya. I extend my sincere greetings and offer my deep appreciation for this treasured recognition by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, NITHYANANDA Paramashivam, and to Sri Kailasa for hosting this Global Peace Conclave and Award Ceremony. Thank you for your kind consideration and expression of your appreciation for my work. I seek to live a creative life and generate value in as many spheres of human activity as possible. My objectives are to promote friendship and dialogue as the best means to achieve a peaceful world, to promote innovation and technology as the best means to improve the quality of life for the most people, to promote rehumanization of politics and economics so that those fields better serve humanity, to use my imagination and creativity to the fullest to transform the world. Since I was introduced to Sri Kailasa a few months ago, I have been impressed with the nation's humanitarian posture and great works in spreading the wisdom of cosmic law-centric lifestyles. I am a human being, one of the treasures of the universe, as are you. And as Archbishop Desmond Tutu says, quote, "My humanity is caught up in yours, for we can only be human together," end quote. This day of happiness celebrates one of the gems of humanity, happiness, what every human being longs for and what every human being deserves. I've been in Africa for 10 years now, striving to contribute to the development of the continent and its people through my roles as Senior Technology Advisor for the continent's largest umbrella organization of media owners, where we work to enable the media community to play its proper role in Africa's development, and my hat as Media Technology Advisor for United Religions Initiative Africa, the largest umbrella organization of faith-based organizations, traditional African spiritual practices, and interfaith groups. URI's mission is to promote enduring daily interfaith cooperation, to end religiously motivated violence, and to create cultures of peace, justice, and healing for the earth and all living beings. I look forward to a long, fruitful relationship with the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa as we endeavor to elevate the quality of life on earth. I thank you again for this great honor, and I humbly accept this very prestigious award and vow to uphold the ethic, standard, and spirit with which it is given. I wish you peace and prosperity. May peace prevail on the earth. Meredith Clayton Beale, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Asante Sana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Beale, for your kind words and for spreading a message of friendship and dialogue. And thank you so much for all your efforts and uniting various communities and nations. Thank you so much for being with us today. And next, Sri Kailasa is pleased to confer the Kailasa Mitra Award to His Worship Peter Okocha Kasolo Alten, Mayor of the Jinja City, Republic of Uganda. His Worship Peter Okacha Kasolo Alten is a journalist by profession, which has practiced for 2 decades. Before becoming the mayor of Jinja City, His Worship Kasolo held a position at one of the biggest radio stations in Jinja City as a presenter. Your Worship, we warmly welcome you, and we kindly invite you to share a few words. It seems His Worship Kasolo may be having technical issues. Oh, if you can please unmute yourself. Yes. At the moment, we are unable to hear you. We can see you on camera.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, great. Yes, it's good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, colleagues, participants, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning you all. All overseas, and good evening to the people at the same time zone, and this evening to receive the award from the Kailasa people, offering to the world. Apparently, it has been we have a free world, which in terms of a labeled political environment, my brother from Kenya can tell a good story about our political situations here in Africa and in East Africa in particular. Uganda is a country which actually has various religions and various political parties and players, but at times not all people are given the same platform to practice what they want. And politics here in our area has really hindered economic transformation of our people, because most of our leaders only think about themselves, majorly the women, widows, children, and orphaned children who are victims to the pandemic of HIV and the other social problems. I'm therefore very thankful meeting a group of people and actually joining a network of people who care about others. I want to pledge myself as a mayor of Jinja City given the chance to work together, and given that during my tenure as a leader, I want to work very hard to see that and to make sure that we empower our people, because the major issue of mindset change. So all think in a positive direction, and also to ensure that there is human rights in our society, because the girl child
It seems, yes, His Worship Kasolo was having perhaps some Wi-Fi issue. Luckily, we were able to hear most of his important message. Mayor Kasolo, we're most grateful for your friendship, and we are very honored for your presence, and we thank you for your inspiring leadership and for ensuring, for all your efforts in ensuring human rights, freedom, justice for all people. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. Next, Sri Kailasa is pleased to confer the Kailasa Mitra Award to His Worship Kedir Juhar Ibrahim, Mayor of Dia Dawa City of Ethiopia. His Worship Ibrahim started actively participating in leadership roles and political activities by his early age as Dia Dawa youth leader when he was in high school and university level. He started his employment history as executive chairman of Kebili level at the Dia Dawa City Administration. Mayor Ibrahim was promoted to Youth and Sports Commissioner and later as Council House Speaker of the Dia Dawa City Administration, thanks to his leadership achievements and changes he brought in this institution. For 3 years, he served Dia Dawa City as Deputy Mayor, and on September 29, 2021, he was sworn as Mayor of the city for the next 5 years. Mayor Ibrahim is one of the youngest mayor in Diadawa history among all previous mayors. Diadawa is the 7th largest city in Ethiopia, located east of Addis Ababa, and the surrounding areas, and it has a population of about 313,000 as per the 2019 projection. Your Worship Kedir Juhar Ibrahim, we warmly welcome you and we are pleased to confer the Kailasa Mitra Award to you, and we kindly invite you to share a few words. Yes, Mayor Ibrahim, are you able to hear us? Yes, are you able to hear us, Mayor Ibrahim? Okay, so I think Mayor Ibrahim is having technical difficulties. So we will move to the next award recipient. We'll maybe just wait for Mayor Ibrahim if he's able to join back. Okay, so now on behalf of Sri Kailasa, we congratulate all of our esteemed award recipients. And now, as we get ready to welcome the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, for the live presidential address, let us learn more about the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa. So as we can see here on the slide, to bring global peace, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started the revival of Kailasa at a very young age. When the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was very young, the temple monastery complex of his guru, Mataji Vibhutananda Puri in Tiruvannamalai, was built brick by brick by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. His gurus guided him and he just followed. And here we can also see at the young age of 23, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established the first Kailasa temple monastery in Tiruchengood, India. And 1 year later, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established the headquarters, the Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapeetham in South India. And throughout the years, starting from a very young age, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been conducting mass living enlightenment initiation conventions, taking people through powerful cleansing processes. And here we can see, in recognition of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's work, he was welcomed by a proclamation message by the mayor of St. Louis in USA. Yes, here again, we can see the various mass living enlightenment conventions that attracted thousands of people that the Supreme Pontiff has conducted throughout the years and across the globe. Yes, here we can see how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has met with spiritual leaders from across many faiths in order to bring global peace. And here we can also see where the people are gathered during the Kumbh Mela where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also initiated millions into mass enlightenment. Next slide, please. Yes, and so the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's tireless efforts culminated in the creation of the 108 humanitarian initiatives, the Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations, which supports a variety of humanitarian services and which collectively allows for the creation of an enlightened, peaceful, sustainable, equitable, resilient, and thriving world. The 108 Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations initiatives align to the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals and expand on to many other initiatives, incorporating other elements which are rooted in the ancient sciences of Hinduism, universal practical applications to bring about the time-tested, the foolproof, lasting solutions to the world's problems, whether it is economical, social, environmental, etc. And one example is the Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations for the Revival of Ancient Civilizations. Let us now watch a short video in which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism thoroughly explained on January 3rd, 2022, how Sri Kailasa stands for the revival of 10,000 sampradayas, the traditions of Hinduism.
In every level, the level of diplomatic relations, in the field of education, in the field of economy, building relationship with multiple countries, forming this civilizational nation. Which is not restricted to territory alone, which is more like a Vatican. See, Vatican as a territory, but it is not restricted to their territory. They are like a nation for all the Catholics. Same way, Kailasa, we may have a territory, but we are not restricted to our territory alone. We will be the first nation for all Hindus. We will lend our voice to support all Hindus. We will continuously work for Hindus, focused on enlightenment science of Hindus. I am not working just to revive one branch Shaivism of Hinduism. I am trying to revive all the 10,000 branches of Hinduism, 10,000 various orders of Hinduism, subsects of Hinduism. Like in the Shaivism itself, there are at least 100 subsects. Siddhanta Shaivam, Veera Shaivam, Pasubada Shaivam, Lagulisha Shaivam, Kashmira Shaivam. Same way in the Vaishnavite tradition, there are multiple Vaishnavite traditions. In Shakta Sampradaya, there are multiple Shakta traditions. So I feel at least 10,000 Sampradayas are still alive. I'm trying to revive, make a seed bank for all the 10,000 Hindu Sampradayas to revive the whole Hinduism focused on enlightenment science.
And another example is the Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations for Global Peace and Religious Harmony. So throughout the years, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has met with various religious leaders. One such example is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism meeting with Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith of Agape International Spiritual Center on May 12, 2006 in Los Angeles, California, where he delivered a talk on how the human mind works and how to use it as an effective tool for blissful living. Meeting Dr. Beckwith was one of many meetings and initiatives the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has engaged in during his time in the United States at the beginning of his mission for humanity.
Yes, thank you, Masutantra Priya. And on the February 8th, 2006, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, upon invitation from the Jain community, visited the Shravana Belogula in Hassan, Karnataka, India, for the Maha Mastakabhishekam celebrations of Lord Bahubali, an ancient enlightened master. The Maha Mastakabhishekam is an important Jain festival held once in every 12 years.
Thank you, Ma Vijaypriya. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also taken part in several interfaith global events, such as the launch of the Global Foundation for Civilizational Harmony on January 22nd, 2008, alongside the Dalai Lama and many distinguished religious leaders, such as Abdul Kalam, the former Indian president, Swami Dayananda Ji, Baba Ramdev, and several others. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, continues to be an ardent advocate of peaceful coexistence amongst all people of various faiths, religions, and cultures, as shared in this message given on the 5th of September 2010, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism openly and lovingly shared, any number of gods, Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed, all of us can coexist in one puja room happily. We don't have a problem.
Yes, thank you, Masutantra Priya. And under the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, Kailasa also took part in the International Religious Freedom, the IRF 2021 Summit, and which was held in Washington, D.C. The IRF Summit aimed to bring the attention to the plight of religious adherents who are persecuted individually and collectively, and to gain political support for the global religious freedom movement, and to embolden religious groups, civil society, governments to take stands for religious freedom. Kailasa was given the opportunity to speak on the persecution of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and of the Hindu minorities in India and worldwide in front of the international multi-faith community.
And just recently, on November 7, 2021, Kailasa Los Angeles in Montclair, California, celebrated its 14th anniversary by organizing a live interfaith dialogue on the topic of gender equality. On that day, distinguished leaders from various religions and faiths, including Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, Jainism, and the Baha'i faith, all united in Kailasa, Los Angeles. Kailasa, Los Angeles was blessed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, to be the Western Hemisphere headquarters of Kailasa. Kailasa, Los Angeles is therefore a very important central point to unite all nations, faiths, and religions for multiple humanitarian projects.
And a third example is the Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations for Nutritious Food and a Hunger-Free World. Over the past 27 years of his public life, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has, through the launch of the No Hungry Home project, served over 1 billion free meals globally, with 10,000 organic vegetarian meals served daily worldwide, and 100,000 served on festival days.
And so now more than ever, working together to bridge dialogues, foster understanding, give a voice to marginalized and vulnerable communities, and uniting nations is required so that people from all over the world can thrive and realize their fullest potential. And in order to achieve this goal, we need to create right opportunities, implement efficient solutions, achieve shared prosperity through mutual collaboration so that no one is left behind, and ensure a peaceful and sustainable environment for our future generations. Working together has become a survival need. And so from this context, Sri Kailasa, under the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is actively working to fulfill the Sustainable Development Goal number 17, as declared by the United Nations, partnerships for the goals, strengthen the means of implementation, and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. In the spirit of solidarity and with the common goal of achieving shared prosperity and a sustainable and an enlightened future for all, the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa, with the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has recently entered into bilateral relations with 1 state, 6 cities, and 3 towns.
Thank you, Ma Swatantra Priya. On the October 7th, 2021, Sri Kailasa entered into bilateral relations with Entebbe Municipal Council of the Republic of Uganda. The 2 governments have come in union to stand together to make a better and a safer world, free from violence, poverty, hunger, and work together with common goals of international cooperation, mutual prosperity, and world peace. On October 20, 2021, the Lord Mayor Arias Lukwago introduced to members the bilateral agreement which he has established with Sri Kailasa to eradicate hunger and to promote youth leadership, holistic health, education initiatives, environmental stewardship, and sustainable living. And so replicating this initiative of mutual collaboration for the achievement and common goals and for the well-being of humanity, the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa entered into bilateral relations with many other cities and towns. And here we can see on the screen, Sri Kailasa entered into bilateral relations with the city of South Euclid, Ohio in the United States, the city of Kampala in the Republic of Uganda, Jinja City in the Republic of Uganda, Dengriga Town in Belize, Mwanza City, the Republic of Tanzania, Melekeok State, the Republic of Palau, Dia Dawa City, the Republic, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Oba Mich City, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Punta Goda in Belize, and Genga Brure town in the Republic of Gambia. So Sri Kailasa is committed to tirelessly work to ensure that every individual needs are attended to and to build the best enlightened ecosystems accessible to everyone, irrespective of gender, nationality, caste, creed, sexual orientation, sexual identity, disability, or any other status, for all beings to peacefully coexist.
And despite the intense persecution and lawfare, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa for not only the persecuted Hindus, but for all the world's practicing and aspiring Hindus. Kailasa is the ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. Kailasa is not a competition for India, Nepal, Bali, Cambodia, nor any country. Kailasa is in fact only complementing these nations. It is a seed bank for Hinduism with the vision of Kailasa enlightened living for all of humanity, which is rooted in the fundamental principle of Advaita or oneness, the idea that all beings can live in peace and harmony, and that all human beings are equal and divine and can reach their highest potential, irrespective of nationality, religion, gender, etc. Sri Kailasa's vision is to revive and share with today's world the practical applications of the greater sciences of authentic Hinduism. Kailasa has created thousands of enlightened ecosystems around the world. Sri Kailasa has sovereign territory in more than one place, and in its sovereign territory, Sri Kailasa has its own Supreme Court and is also successful in achieving civil court status in 3 countries. Kailasa has the license to run banks in more than 27 places, and in 6 countries, Kailasa's currency has been accepted as mainstream currency, with acceptance as private currency in 2 more countries.
Yes, and for his contributions to humanity, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was conferred over 115 proclamations and certificates of recognitions from statesmen across 14 countries. And earlier this year, more than 35 cities across 4 countries have declared January 3rd, which is the incarnation day of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as Kailasa's Nithyananda Day. Next slide, please. Yes, and as we can see here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has received many congressional recognitions from the United States senators and congressmen across the various states, such as Virginia, California, Colorado, Ohio, Illinois, Utah, and so on, and as well as a certificate of recognition from the Texas House of Representatives. As we can see here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been conferred many such proclamations from various countries such as Tanzania, Belize, Uganda. And now, as we are getting ready to welcome the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to give the presidential address, we will watch a short documentary on the creation of the establishment of the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa.
Kailasa, the good God country. Hinduism has something great to offer. Hindu God Paramashivam is good. We love him not just because he gives us what we want, but because he is good, and he has so much to offer to the world that makes the best nation. Hindu God has life positive, all-inclusive, good, and spiritual, social, political, and moral principles. Hindu principles are guaranteed solutions for all the major problems of humanity: resettlement, violence and lawfare, impoverishment, inequality, environmental footprint, pandemic and biowar. Is the good God's country. Founder of Kailasa, Paramashiva, and his 1008th incarnation, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, the enlightened civilization, the greatest Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness was birthed by his predecessors of enlightened masters, great rishis, munis, siddhas, who predicted and recognized His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, as an incarnation of Paramashiva, as per the science of incarnation described in Hinduism. From his first Chaturmasya at the age of 3 in the year 1980 until the age of 16 in the year 1994, the Supreme Pontiff was trained for the revival of Kailasa. He began reviving Kailasa from the age of 16 after the coronation on the 25th May 1994. Kailasa that we see today is 26 years of sincere hard work of the reviver and Hindu diaspora all over the world. Kailasa has a potential population of 2 billion Hindus worldwide, with over 100 million applications to its citizenship already applied. Hinduism has stood over 10,000 years as an enlightened civilization, has been a global beacon of spiritual and timeless wisdom, technology, culture.
He's wearing a grey jacket. His name is Boris.
The world's ancient civilization produced more than 40% of the world's GDP.
Purpose of life is to experience oneness with the ultimate reality, Paramashiva. Life exists on the planet Earth for last 40 billion years, and 5 times life faced complete extinction on the planet. But somewhere one DNA, one cell, living organism is thrown out of planet Earth, preserved inside a volcano rock. After millions of years comes back to Earth due to gravity or whatever reason, gets into the ocean and starts the life again. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the conscious science to give breakthrough to your DNA through natural selection process and to your consciousness through the conscious decision process. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is a sacred spiritual science. It is not bunch of do's and don'ts. No. Please understand, it is the revelations of sacred truths, cosmic truths, powerful cognition. It is still alive, but science is available, time-tested, foolproof. This science of living enlightenment is the complete solution for all the problems individual or society or modern day humanity is facing. Then you will understand all the problems of the modern day humanity. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is solution. Whether the terrorism or climate change, natural calamities or man-made calamities, for all the problems humanity is facing, the only solution is science of living enlightenment, revealed by Paramashiva from the Vedagamas in the modern day through this body. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution and setting model communities. Understand? Kailasa is reviving the ancient Hindu enlightened civilization. Paramashiva manifested this Kailasa Mandala, the enlightenment ecosystem and the lifestyle. I am going to revive this whole enlightenment ecosystem, Kailasa, by creating a model Kailasas all over the world. I will work sincerely and revive this spiritual science, which is the core for enlightenment ecosystem, making you all manifest the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva, and making all of us manifest Paramashiva.
In a world ravaged by war, ecological destruction, hatred and division, Kailasa stands as a bold vision of human potential, coexistence, organic living, and alignment with nature. Over the past 50 years, the world has seen the creation of dozens of new countries, and so if anything, it would be odd not to see a new country formed in the 21st century. Without the protection of political legitimacy, there is an imminent danger that the great tenets, scriptures, and science of creating an enlightened civilization, which spanned 56 states, 200 kingdoms, 1700 samsthanas, and 10,000 sampradayas, will be forever lost to humanity. The Hindu diaspora are highly successful around the world. They formed the dispossessed diaspora who has been driven to other countries because they are unable to practice their religion authentically in their own country. They have flourished in countries where they have been allowed to settle with religious freedom. For example, in the United States, Hindus are the most educated and highest earning community, with 77% of them holding a bachelor's degree and 48% having an income of $100,000 or more. Although they are only 1% of the population, Hindus have launched 13.5% of the startups in the USA. They hold leadership, technical and creative positions in companies such as Microsoft, Google, Facebook, etc. This success has been repeated around the world, in the UK, Canada, Australia, etc. James Kirkup, in his 2015 Telegraph article, says, British Indians are not just the most successful immigrant group in this country's recent history, but the most successful group of people, full stop. He continues, more extraordinary than the rise in numbers is how it has taken place so harmoniously and profitably for this country and those in it. British Indians, quite simply, are among the most industrious, accomplished, and credible amongst us. The best of British, if you like. The same article says that British Hindus are barely 2% of the population, but 12% of all the doctors. Australia and Canada have understood the ingredients of fast economic growth of the country and are doing everything to attract the educated, rich Hindu community. Hindus are the fastest growing migrant population in Australia. In 2017, 200% more Hindus have received invitation for Canadian Permanent Residency Program. Even now, the Hindu diaspora worldwide are the richest. No divorce, have no cases of drugs and substance abuse, lowest mental disorder, no depression. Hinduism is the only religion which neither converts nor kills. Absolutely non-violent, the elite sect of mankind. Because the Hindu diaspora worldwide and the Supreme Pontiff are successful in spreading their spiritual Hindu message of openness and inclusiveness against the forces of hatred and exclusivity, they have become the victims of relentless attacks by multi-armed apparatus of state power. Anti-Hindu forces, extremist caste, supremacist militant organization want a one ideology, Hinduism, under their exclusive domain. What they cannot digest into themselves, they systematically delegitimize and exterminate. Lawfare, assassination attempts, character assassination of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Attempted assassination and assassinated Kailasians. Sexual assaults and rape of female monks of Kailasa. Objectification. Character assassination. State-funded child abuse and sexual abuse on the children of Kailasa.
Then I told I don't want to see a picture. Then I told I don't want to see a picture. Then they showed me a picture.
State-operated embezzlement of funds, properties and assets donated by the Hindu diaspora worldwide for the purpose of the revival of Kailasa. Since 1994 up to until now. Building a nation is not a project accomplished overnight or by virtue of hope. Kailasa is the manifestation of 26 years of sincere hard work, sacrifices, integrity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Paramashivam, and the Hindu diaspora worldwide for the past 26 years for the enlightenment of humanity.
Yes, and now, having watched this most enlightening video, we will now get ready for the most awaited segment to welcome the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, who will be giving the live presidential address. Thank you.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Maha Kailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment.